So proud to introduce Rendell, and on deck is me and Romeo.
Today, I am the poet.
Get it.
The poet, who stands in front of you to express his thoughts in a way that is unknown, to craft his words in such a way that betrays a sense of aesthetic and meaning, to utilize the use of alliteration and create other stylistic elements of poetic diction. Today, I am the poet. The poet. Tomorrow, I'll be whatever you think I am, because my life is left to interpretation. The path I take is not decided by me, by the fact that I exist in a world that is blinded by what is perceived to be true. Tomorrow, who I am is up to you. The way I'm seen holds my personality. One look is a map to my aspirations and goals. It shows the history of my family tree down to its roots, revealing where I've been and what I've done, predicting my affiliation with the crowd and what we do for fun. This is my personality, all in one. Now, this solid impression allows you to choose my role, quickly categorized in a group that is portrayed as my own or what is best for me, diminishing my individuality in a way that is inevitable, all because of a glance. A glance of my appearance decides your comprehension of my character, decides who I'll become and what I'll achieve. This solid impression is how I'm perceived. So tomorrow, I'll be whatever you choose. But today, I stand in front of you to express my thoughts in a way that is unknown, to craft my words in such a way that portrays a sense of aesthetic and meaning, to utilize the use of alliteration and create other stylistic elements of poetic diction. Today, I am the poet. The poet. Thanks, guys. I want to give a shout out to my aunt and Chloe for performing today. Good job, by the way. And you guys for going second. I'm proud of you, man. Right. A lot of you have heard that poem before. I've recited it before. It's kind of one of the first poems I wrote, so I kind of like to start off with it. This next one, it took me a while to write just because it's kind of not against, but just kind of not in my character. You guys will see why. But yeah, this is my first time performing it, so safe space. I mean, okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, the last one was called Solid Impression, by the way. This one is called Brain in the Vat. Enjoy. Look me in the eyes and say you like me for my personality and that alone. As if you haven't shown any interest in my physicality, but get wet, simply because I know. Now, let me show you what I mean. Let me digress and paint you a scene, or better yet, a picture. But first, close your eyes and submit to the whisper of my voice and the touch of my hand stroking against your cheek as it sends chills down to your feet and back up again. As my hand moves closer in the opposite direction. Pause. Now, this could go both ways. You could open your eyes and ask me to lay there next to you, explain the anatomy of the situation. Or you could keep them closed and help me convince you that you want me in you. Now, humor me. At least pretend that you agree. Just keep your eyes closed and count to 3. 1. 1. Foreplay. Nothing but physical attraction. As my hand reaches its destination, while you simultaneously feel a sensation traveling down the side of your neck. As my lips slightly stick to the area just above your collarbone. Finally opening your eyes just to roll them back. trying to capture a glimpse of what's next to come to the actual sex. Now, we don't say a word, flustered by the tension between one another, only suggesting things we've left undercover for quite some time, until this moment happens, where you realize your mind and body are not the same, but just as the brain and the vat, one cannot exist without the other. Just as another chill fills your entire body, as we both begin to reach completion, or better yet, arrive at a place of total ecstasy. 3, the aftermath. Now, we end up the same way. You open your eyes and ask me to lay there next to you, but not for the same reasons. Curiosity versus sexual intentions, between our shoulder breadth and flesh complexions, I begin to explain why I chose to paint you this picture in the first place. You see, in a superficial sense, we fuck because it is human nature. We fuck because it keeps us sane. I fuck because you are beautiful. Now, not to say your personality isn't great, but I have to say I'm left in a state of mind that I can't even begin to explain. But if you still disagree, mind fuck me then. Tell me, convince me we don't live in a physical world, that my urge to fuck a girl is solely based on personality, and that alone, as if you hadn't shown any interest in my physicality, but get wet, simply because I know.